Welcome to CubeCraft Bedrock. Plus Inazii15 joined your game, 14/20. Plus Siltable 583,115 joined your game, 15/20. Plus Samjinjin joined your game, 16/20. Plus Matsplays joined your game, 17/20. Plus Manual Car 233,158 joined your game, 18/20. Plus Tag Ballistic joined your game, 19/20. Server is now full. Game start. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus Aqueous Mode 9941 joined your game, 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Select Jackie Rie. Plus Inazii15 joined your game, 1/20. Plus Goons joined your game, 2/20. Plus Carly Fadil joined your game, 3/20. Plus Bandix65 joined your game, 4/20. Plus Jura 2011 joined your game, 5/20. Plus Colder Gem 900,839 joined your game, 6/20. Plus Lakers Rule joined your game, 7/20. Plus MC Shans joined your game, 8/20. Plus DA 19,854 Pro joined your game, 9/20. Plus the low end 11. Lakers. Plus Inazii15 joined your game, 8/20. Plus Massimo Cazzo joined your game, 9/20. Plus Waxy Mitten 55,338 joined your game, 10/20. Plus Slayer Baman joined your game, 11/20. Plus Myself Day Best 101 joined your game, 12/20. Plus Nerdy 9015 thought they could survive in the void. Ava Quaver 321 died while fighting Alamus Barbar 3. Human Walk 143,728 thought they could survive in the void. Massimo Cazzo died in the void, while escaping Myself Day Best 101's pet pufferfish. Myself Day Best 101 thought they could survive in the void, while escaping Myself Day Best 101's pet pufferfish. Alamus Barbar 3 was slain by Slayer Baman's pet Iron Golem. Profortine 763 thought they could survive in the void. Modal Toast 33,198 died in the void while escaping Slayer Baman. Hector 8,645 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Slayer Baman. Inazii15. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus Inazii15 joined your game, 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune. Inazii15. Plus Inazii15 joined your game, 2/20. Plus Welsh Geordie NE joined your game, 3/20. Plus Actual Belt 16,895 joined your game, 4/20. Plus Peppery Panda 100 and plus Inazii. Plus Rawgassia 554,640 joined your game, 11/20. Plus Isaac's Knight joined your game, 12/20. Plus ps786 joined your game, 13/20. Plus off celery 386,822 joined your game, 14/20. Plus Olatib joined your game, 15/20. Plus Wayworn Spark8 joined your game, 16/20. Plus Rienas 23 joined your game, 17/20. Plus The Infinity 200 joined your game, 18/20. Plus Trevor the Dino joined your game, 19/20. Hyphen ZX30 left your game, 18/20. Plus Marcos SQ11 joined your game, 19/20. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus SK8 Turboychik joined your game, 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Selected normal map mode. 0 votes. Let the games begin. Affy 786 died in the void. Tin Knight 708,486 died in the void. Off celery 386,822 died in the void while escaping off celery 386,822's pet magma cube. Ben 17. Inazii15 plus Inazii15 joined your game, 19/20. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus Video Panda 47,760 joined your game, 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. X 161,616 fell to their death. Total Sundu 5,267 couldn't fly while escaping. Total Sundu 5,267's pet stray. Dwerge 2009 died in the void while escaping Dragon Slice. Dragon Slice died in the void while escaping Joa's Ajax. Inazii15 plus Inazii15 joined your game, 2/20. Plus the Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Template 0 fell to their death. KJ0 blew up. Respawn point set. You can sleep only at night or during thunderstorms. Solo number 09541, couldn't fly while escaping a silverfish. Christian Goat fell to their death while escaping terrorist Pat. Plus Inazii15. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Selected normal map mode. 0 votes. Let the games begin. OMG3FRR fell to their death. Stun Magic 32,520 couldn't fly. Wriggle Key 1,878,392 fell to their death. Lakers Rule fell to their death. Rossoverdbla 73 couldn't fly while escaping Toxin 918. Pink Chameleon 12 fell to their death while escaping a stray. Philly B 3483 fell to their death while escaping Vasilisk 2012. Sukawan was slain by Bandix 65. Jeweled Knight 75 couldn't fly while escaping Catlier 1309. Hugs for Mitski I fell to their death while escaping Secluded Flame 14. Norinrad 128. Couldn't fly while escaping Toad Wizard 2013. Catliar 1309 died in the void while escaping Bandix 65. Bandix 65 died in the void while escaping. Plus in his II-15 joined your game 5/20. Plus Pillars of Fortune. Says Global. Says Global Dopidino 777. Hi. Max Thump 6 couldn't fly while escaping off Celery 300 and 86,822. Says Global Kulmbach, how are you? Waxy Mitten 55,338 thought they could swim in lava. Juno 100 fell to their death. Variable Boss 344 couldn't fly while escape. Josh I Rockstar. Says Global Kulmbach, I hope you win. Remus Pegasius thought they could swim in lava. Killer B187 Stiley couldn't fly. Kulmbach thought they could survive in the void while escaping Dampf Block 3932. Off Celery 386,822 fell to their death while escaping Dampf Block 3932. Fabi Santangelo burned to death while Blessed Veal 508,522 was slain by a Ravager. Dopidino 777 fell to their death while escaping in his II-15. In his II-15. Plus in his II-15 joined your game 11/20. Plus Junior Erdeny joined your game 12/20. Plus Mastonin Jax D joined your game 13/20. Plus Wriggle Key 1,878,392 joined your game 14/20. Plus CLX 5838 joined your game 15/20. CLX 5838. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Selected normal map mode. 0 votes. Let the games begin. Pablo Almedin fell to their death. Maxo 753 fell to their death. Sprolite 21 couldn't fly. Jack Pioneer 59 died in the void while escaping Jack Pioneer 59's pet magma cube. Plus Inizii15 joined your game, 1/20. Plus Lawminion 007 joined your game, 2/20. Plus LomIMC joined your game, 3/20. Plus Yazda1 joined your game, 4/20. Plus Stinky 7 Frank Sedi joined your game, 5/20. Plus Spoinky 3000 joined your game, 6/20. Fieka was slain by Joe Smurf, 420's pet Ravager. LomIMC burned to death. Mudchaos 1 thought they could swim in lava, while fighting Yazda 1's pet skeleton. Mutsplace couldn't fly while escaping Manual Car 200, and 33,158's pet with a skeleton. Yazda 1 thought they could swim in lava while fighting Spoinky 3000. Funky 0 CT0. SW1 Curtis burned to death. Manual Car 200 and 33,158 burned to death while fighting H-Putter. H-Putter thought they could swim in lava. Inizii15 Plus Inizii15 joined your game, 3/20. Plus Pillars of Fortune. Selected normal game mode. Kangaroo Sun couldn't fly. Nerdy 9015 fell to their death while escaping Nerdy 9015's pet Blaze. Hania 77,777,315 couldn't fly. Solid Feather 776 couldn't fly while escaping Syaikeeks. Albi 279,830 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Lekin Noob. Ed Overo was slain by Cassius Mazius's pet Vindicator. Bobman 1 Plus Inizii15 joined your game, 4/20. Plus Dunk Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Selected normal map mode. 0 votes. Let the games begin. Idai 02158 couldn't fly. A Mercs Knight 5944 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Chossit. Ahmed 24,352,026 died in the void while escaping Chossit. Drowsy Tag 999,005. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Select Kakpa 8320 fell to their death while escaping 4 Empress 5845. Seemichan thought they could survive in the void. Danger Ben 10 couldn't fly while escaping Inizii15. Plus Inizii15 joined your game, 7/20. Plus Hevergum joined your game, 8/20. Plus Boats 7 joined your game, 9/20. Plus Jackboy I 7776 joined your game, 10/20. Plus Railpig 25 joined your game, 11/20. Plus Emerald King 9675 joined your game. 12/20. Plus JPEG 1111 joined your game. 13/20. Plus HC is the G joined your game. 14/20. Plus Masimsims 5x2 joined your game. 15/20. Plus Dnops33 joined your game. 16/20. Plus Martin's Saturn joined your game. 17/20. Plus Katsis 2610 joined your game. 18/20. Plus Posh Squash 52731 joined your game. 19/20. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus Bartus $0 joined your game. 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Hyphen. Bartus $0. Plus Inizii15 joined your game. 16/20. Plus Dunk joined your game. 17/20. Plus Pink Chameleon 12 joined your game. 18/20. Plus Windux 135 joined your game. 19/20. Plus Inizii15 joined your game. 11/20. Plus Scariest Cave 177 joined your game. 12/20. Plus Thesis Turkey joined your game. 13/20. Plus Bias Desert 39,979 joined your game. 14/20. Plus Pookie 137,989 joined your game. 15/20. Plus Doors 5967 joined your game. 16/20. Plus Papasperry joined your game. 17/20. Plus Jins09 joined your game. 18/20. Plus Malakai 8669 joined your game. 19/20. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus LZR Kiwi Bush joined your game. LZR Kiwi. Plus Inizii15 joined your game. Pillars of Fortune is starting in Nixie Sanders 300 fell to their death, while escaping. Nixie Sanders 300's pet bogged. Seamichan couldn't fly while escaping. Tyler 02032015. Roorgasia 554,640 fell to their death while escaping. Rise Everton. Arin 20,101,340 blew up. Hamburger 2104 couldn't fly. Tyler 02032015 couldn't fly while escaping. Prima Magic 46,872. Prima Magic 46,872 fell to their death while escaping. Rise Everton. Rise Everton couldn't fly while escaping. Prima Magic 46,872. Fantasy Boy fell to their death. Funky 0. Noted Puma 172,700. Plus Inizii15 joined your game. 5/20. Plus Air Turtle 193,751 joined your game. 6/20. Plus Minrob 8,793 joined your game. 7/20. Plus Fiancoil 3 joined your game. 8/20. Plus Zonal Superset 62 joined your game. 9/20. Plus FIA0123 joined your game. 10/. Plus Inizii15 joined your game. 18/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Selected normal map mode. 0 votes. Let the games begin. Funky 0 CT0 Pus couldn't fly. Solo Alley Cat 300. Plus Inizii. Pillars of Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars ps5 boy couldn't fly while escaping prize ermines. ps1 fell to their death while escaping King Elliot 9148. King Elliot 9148 couldn't fly while escaping ps1. Nick Sanders 300 fell to their death while escaping We411. We411 couldn't fly while escaping 3/6039. Prize ermines fell to their death. Slava 060217 fell. Plus in his II-15 joined your game, 13/20. Plus Sdfjh 08 joined your game, 14/20. Plus YT Under 3x08TY joined your game, 15/20. Plus Mollymoo 2312 joined your game, 16/20. Plus Bees 450 joined your game, 17/20. Plus Maracas 1,231,025 joined your game, 18/20. Plus Noel 134,174 joined your game, 19/20. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus Mr. Dwarf joined your game, 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Hyphen, Mason Boom 14 left your LZR Kiwi. Plus in his II-15 joined your game, 17/20. Plus Jackie Rie joined your game, 18/20. Plus Mafaka 19 joined your game, 19/20. Server is now full. Captain Zombo died in the void. Plus in his II-15 joined your game, 12/20. Plus Stereo Yeti 95,415 couldn't fly. Vasilisk 2012 died in the void while escaping Crazy D 9404. Prima Magic 46,872 fell to their death while escaping Prima Magic 46,872's pet pufferfish. Khalifa Dio fell to their death while escaping Artheon 700,100 Plus in his II-15 joined your game, 5/20. Plus Vlado Zeppa joined your game, 6/20. Plus Superior Dom joined your game, 7/20. Plus Cold Super Goku joined your game, 8/20. Plus Riot 8957 joined your game. Notta 77 fell to their death while escaping Vlado Zeppa. Plus in his II-15 joined your game, 5/20. Plus O005 joined your game, 6/20. Plus Yoyanto joined your game, 7/20. Plus Presnai joined your game, 8/20. Plus Noswagalix joined your game, 9/20. Plus Team Daney joined your game, 10/20. Plus Asmodeus 987,123 joined your game, 11/20. Plus Lulu Bush 01 joined your game, 12/20. Plus SK8 Turboychik joined your game, 13/20. Plus the best 754,893 joined your game, 14/20. Plus Fallible Boar 7 joined your game. In his II-15 Asmodeus 987,000. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Selected normal map mode. 0 votes. Let the games begin. Vlado Zeppa couldn't fly while escaping Lork Lion 3100, Bentayla 2494 died. The Bad Jailer couldn't fly while escaping in his II-15. Babai Yoda 4609 fell to their death. Mongraal 7916 couldn't fly. Cheating is against the server rules. You can report rule breakers using /report or at cbfjh.net/bedrock reports. Sugary Leaf 66208 couldn't fly while escaping Solidar Inc. 42600. Smelleden 5724 thought they could survive in the void, while escaping Nearly God 081. NXN 12345, couldn't fly while escaping Teenage Gold 198. Teenage Gold 100. Lork Lion 3000. In his II-15. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Class in his II-15 joined your game, 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Selected normal map mode. 0. The Plus in his II-15 joined your game, 5/20. Plus Smeria Foil 443 joined your game, 6/20. Plus Azratul joined your game, 7/20. Plus Expert Sheet 4043 joined your game, 8/20. Plus Edward Lars H. Jalm joined your game, 9/20. Plus Yoona Yoke 14 joined your game, 10/20. Plus Super Haywood 2012 joined your game, 11/20. Plus The Low End 11781 joined your game, 12/20. Plus 6 Rex 600,557,531 joined your game, 13/20. Plus Bobman 1568 joined your game, 14/20. Plus DA 19854 Pro joined your game, 15/20. Plus Stinky 7 Frank Seddy joined your game, 16/20. Plus G-Oil Pro joined your game, 17/20. Plus Fuse Mimfoid. Plus in his II-15. Pillars of Fortune. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Selected normal map mode. 0 votes. Let the games begin. Secluded Flame 14 thought they could survive in the void. Teenage Gold 198 died in the void, while escaping Teenage Gold 198's pet Silverfish. DJ Killer 21932 thought they could survive in the void, while escaping DJ Killer 21932's pet Guardian. Oaksmart 6777 died in the void, while escaping JPEG 1111. Vinday 7 died in the void while escaping in his II-15. Snuff Kipitchen 1 died in the void. Lamatog 99 thought they could survive in the void. Krieg Blitzer died in the void, while escaping JPEG 1111. Nacid 2068 died in the void while escaping in his II-15. Finnibao 7,794,766 died in the void. Jack Beast 231 died in the void while escaping in his II-15. JPEG 1111 died in the void. Jackboy I-7. Plus in his II-15 joined your game 3/20. Plus Hiab. Pillars of selected normal game. Sakawan couldn't fly. Jack Beast 231 couldn't fly. Fardel 3 MK 7306 couldn't fly. King Elliot 9148 fell to their death while escaping Turk's Shlow. Citric Rose 15592 died. Squirry 20,001,911 couldn't fly. Square Silver 392 fell to their death while escaping Squirry 20,001,911. Lumage fell to their death. Wodi Shunia fell to their death while escaping Kiab 2011. Egia Prism fell to their death while escaping Catman 7140. Catman 7140 couldn't fly while escaping Egia Prism. Matiboyi 2827 couldn't fly. In his II-15. Plus in his II-15 joined your game. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Selected normal game mode. 0 votes. Pillow, Glossy Plains 407. Plus in his II-15 joined your game, 17/20. Plus Creasy Bear 12,731 joined your game, 18/20. Plus Tari Sheep 36,030 joined your game, 19/20. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus, Yorsif 4428 joined your game, 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 2 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 1 second. Secluded Flame 14 thought they could survive in the void, while escaping its Kate 3609. Plus, Inazii 15 joined your game, 14/20. Plus, Doubtity joined your game, 15/20. Plus, 9 joined your game, 16/20. Plus, Bacchanator 1979 joined your game, 17/20. Plus, Gapoletto joined your game. Scaretint 137 thought they could survive. Plus, Bobman 1568 joined your game, 12/20. Plus, Scaretint 137 joined your game, 13/20. Plus, Rory 137 joined your game, 14/20. Plus, Mafaka 19 joined your game, 15/20. Plus, Miss Harry 10101 joined your game, 16/20. Plus, Natured Poem 512, Windux 135 thought they could survive in the void. Inazii 15, Cave, Vicande. Plus, Inazii 15 joined your game, 19/20. Server is now full. Game starting in 5 seconds. Plus, Inertial Purse 79 joined your game, 20/20. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 4 seconds. Pillars of Fortune is starting in 3 seconds. Pillars of Fortune. Saka 1 Madly.